Hello there, my name is Jason Perkins. I want to welcome you to another episode in the Georgia Workers' Compensation video series. I'm an attorney who specializes in handling Georgia workers' compensation cases, and I created this series of videos because I want to provide people who've been hurt at work with helpful information about Georgia's workers' compensation law and the benefits they should receive under that law. Today I want to talk to you about a benefit that a lot of people have heard something about, and that's settlement of a workers' compensation case. And specifically, I'm going to address the question of how does workers' compensation decide your settlement amount? Well, the first thing we need to address that question is what is a workers' compensation settlement? Now, I've talked about that in a lot of other videos in the workers' compensation video series, but I'll address it briefly here. Settlement is an agreement to accept some lump sum amount of money and in exchange give up your workers' compensation case. So there's two main things to understand about settlement. The first is that you never have to settle your case. The insurance company can't make you settle. You can always just choose not to settle. And the second thing is if you settle and that settlement is approved by a workers' compensation judge at the State Board of Workers' Compensation, at that point it's final. And you're almost certainly not going to be able to back out of it later. Now let's talk about how workers' compensation decides your settlement amount. Now, the first thing to understand here is actually workers' compensation does not decide your settlement amount. The workers' compensation insurance company is going to decide how much they're willing to offer you to settle your workers' compensation case. And that's really what most people are asking about when they say how workers' compensation decides their settlement amount. But you don't have to take the amount that they offer you. Like I said, you don't have to settle your case. You don't have to settle your case for any less than you want to. So really, workers' compensation is not deciding your settlement amount. They're deciding how much they're willing to offer you. But that does matter. So let's talk about how they make that decision. What an insurance company or a self-insured employer looks at when they're deciding a settlement amount is their other option other than settlement, and that's leaving your case open. So they look at if they left your case open and they had to keep paying you workers' compensation benefits, how long are they going to have to pay those benefits in the future? How much is it going to cost them to leave your case open? Because them knowing that helps them decide what they should settle your case for. So if your case is going to cost them $30,000 in the future if they didn't settle with you, how an insurance company would generally look at that is they might be willing to pay up to $30,000 to settle your case. Now, one important thing to understand is the insurance company is going to look to settle your case for as little as possible. So even if they might be willing to pay some amount to settle your case, they're going to try to pay less than that. And the reason why is they're a business and they're in business to make money. And so the more money they pay out, the less they make. The less they pay out, the more they make. So even if they're willing to offer up to a certain amount in settlement, they're going to try to settle your case for less than that. And because of that, you may need some help to make sure that you get the maximum workers' compensation settlement from the insurance company. So you want to make sure that you have the right people on your side to try to do that. Remember, once again, settlement's final. So if you do decide to move forward with settlement, you're probably not going to be able to back out of it later. So you want to make sure you're making the best decision when you do make a decision about settlement. Hope you found this information about how workers' compensation decides settlement amount is helpful. If you have, please let me know that. One of the best ways you can do that is by liking this video or giving it a thumbs up. If you've got more questions about workers' compensation settlements or any other issue regarding your workers' compensation case, I'd encourage you to reach out and schedule a free consultation about your case. There's two easy ways you can set up a free consultation with me. The first is by reaching out to us through our website, which is www.perkinslawtalk.com. Click and submit the free consultation request form, and a member of our team will contact you. Or you can also contact us at the phone number on the screen below. I'd like to thank you again for watching this video today. I want to wish you the best of luck as you recover from your injuries.